Hi guys, so from the title of this video, you already know that I'm wanting to talk about my experience and journey with postpartum depression. The whole point of this video is to help bring to light that this is a real issue, but also that if you're experiencing depression at all, whether postpartum or major depression disorder, then you're not alone. It's not that there's something wrong with you, it's a common thing. And so let me just give you a little bit of background with what happened with me. Around 2 weeks, I started having feelings towards my baby girl, my little Emma, that I just didn't want to be around her. I didn't want to look at her. I didn't want to hold her. I didn't like her. I knew that I shouldn't feel that way because I'm her mom. So why would I have those feelings? And so I instantly started feeling like I was a bad mom. Around that time, we had her 2-week checkup, and I knew that baby's weight went down at first. But at the 2-week checkup, they expect her to be back to her birth weight, which is 8 pounds, 5 ounces. And she was 7'11", 0.4, or 0.6. And I was devastated. I thought that there was something wrong with me, and it made me feel really badly. A couple of days later, I got my first UTI, and I wasn't eating. I felt very sick, and I missed out on a lot of my family's events, like my brother's graduation, my brother-in-law's graduation. I missed out on my sister's final choir concert. I felt like I was broken. I started feeling very hollow, it's weird to say I felt hollow, but I didn't feel anything. It was a very interesting sensation that I had never felt before. Before her 4-week appointment, I started having anxiety, where if she would cry, and not like her pathetic "I'm tired" cry, the "oh yeah," which is so cute, not that cry, her real cries. Whenever she would cry, I would plug my ears and I would curl up and I would stop functioning. It was very, very hard. And went in for her 4-week appointment, and she hadn't even gained a full ounce in 2 weeks. And we think a lot of that was because of the UTI, but it supported that feeling of I'm a bad mom. In my mind, that's what it supported. A few days after her 4-week appointment, I got another UTI, and I was devastated. With the first one, it was really bad. My fever reached 103, and this one I started noticing the signs before it got that bad. I was feeling really badly. I felt like I was the worst mom in the world. I wanted to run away, and I nearly did. I'm very blessed to be living at home right now with my parents, and to have a husband who... he's experienced depression, as has my mom. And so they were able to point out the signs to me. So at the 4-week doctor's appointment, the pediatrician asked if I was experiencing the baby blues. And I felt very ashamed to say that I was. And he prescribed a medicine for me. I started taking that medicine. I took it for a couple of days. And I started having very dangerous thoughts. It takes a little while for the medicine to work. So if you're just starting with medicine, know that. It takes a little while for it to start working. But I started having very dangerous thoughts toward myself. I called my OB, and they gave me an appointment the next day, and I went in with my husband, and I cried to her, and I told her everything that was going on. She asked me what my trigger was, and I didn't know. I wasn't sure. But what I knew was that I would shut down whenever Emma would start crying. And when babies cry, that's their way of communicating. So she was trying to tell me something, and I felt like it was me not wanting to listen to her. Can you say hi? I felt awful. I felt like I couldn't take care of her. She gave me another medicine to try that deals more with anxiety, and I've been taking it ever since. and I feel better. I'm able to feel happy again and to feel joy and to feel excited. And so I wanted to give a couple of things that'll hopefully help any of you who are experiencing depression. The first thing I would suggest is get a good support system and a close support system. I have my husband and my mom who have personally experienced depression, but I also have talked to my doctors, and I also have made sure to keep a very close relationship with my Heavenly Father. I'm a very religious person, and during this whole time, I made sure that I was studying scriptures and saying my prayers. She's biting my thumb. Do you want your binky? That probably tastes better than my thumb. I want to make a note. You can feel depression and still be doing those things, still be close to your Heavenly Father. It doesn't mean that you're far from Him, and He is never far from you. So just if you are experiencing depression, know that you can experience that and still be close to your Heavenly Father. Another thing that has helped me is knowing that I'm not alone. That's one of the reasons I'm making this video, is so that you know you're not alone. I want you to know that if you are experiencing depression and want someone to talk to if you have questions, I'm more than willing to answer them as best as I can. I'm not an expert, but I can share my experience and give advice where I can. Really? One of my friends on Facebook started posting about her postpartum depression experience, and it was very helpful for me to see somebody whom I've always admired and I've always loved, and she's always a very happy and religious person and just bright and funny and super talented, that she was experiencing it too, and to see that she was able to overcome it. And so I have asked her if she would make a clip of her with her story. So I'll share a little bit of it here, but then down below is her full story. Lizzie's a very talented singer-songwriter, and so I'll put her link to her YouTube channel down below. Subscribe to her and listen. Her music is very uplifting and inspiring. But here's a little bit of her story.
Hey guys, my name's Lizzie Langston. I am friends with Sarah. We knew each other in college, and I am also a mother of two. It was about 6 months ago I gave birth to her, and I had 2 panic attacks in the hospital. And that was a totally new thing for me, so it was just, you know, your heart's pounding and you don't even know why. I just grabbed my husband and I would just look at him in the eyes and be like, talk to me, help me through this. And luckily he knew a little bit of mindfulness meditation stuff from previous experiences from a friend of his, and so he was able to guide me through some meditation, but that was the only real tool I had, that and prayer. I'm a religious person, and so praying out loud, I had no idea that was going to follow me home and be part of my life for another few months.
So I just want to close out this video by telling you how I'm currently doing. I'm on the medicine that the doctor prescribed, and I'm doing a lot better. I still have bad days. In fact, last night was one of them. But I want you to know that things really do get better, as they are for me. They're getting so much better, and I'm enjoying my little girl so much more. And I love her. And I feel that love. I like holding her now. I like being with her now. And again, remember, you guys, you're not alone. I love you. Do something every day that scares you. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
High School Musical.
Really?
No.
Okay.